Hey there, welcome to Module 2, Week 5, the Neuroscience of Gratitude. At the end of this 3-week unit, you are going to be a gratitude expert. So at this point we're going to look at the brain a lot more this week. And what you are going to learn about is something called Hebb's Law. Hebb's Law has to do with physics, but it also has to do with neuroscience. And it's the idea that in the brain, if you think of the brain as like a forest with just so much going on, and there are pathways that are formed that maybe could be formed around negative thinking or pessimism. And this happens a lot around anxiety, that we become negative or catastrophic thinkers. And so when we're creating habits like that, neural pathways like that, those roads get traveled easily. What we are trying to do with gratitude is create new neural pathways towards optimistic thinking. And it's so interesting to think that doing something repetitive, gratitude exercise every day, helps to create those new neural pathways so that optimistic thinking over time just becomes automatic and easier. Hebb's Law states that once you travel, let's say you go into a forest, it's never been traveled before, you're going to have to work and work to create a pathway. But once that pathway is created because you've traveled that, path long enough, then it's just this easy to travel road. And we'll learn more about that this week. You are going to take on first you're going to have a Zoom. So go ahead and figure out when your group is going to Zoom. Get on that today. Whoever sees that group first, get a group twist going to figure out a time. You have through next weekend to do it, but we know getting these things scheduled, not easy. Go ahead, get on that. And then don't forget, you're going to send me the screenshot of that once it happens. And I've already had people messaging me asking questions about the Zoom. So that's great. I love that many of you are already on that. But you're going to have a Zoom where you're going to do a brainstorming session about a positive psychology practice that you would like to take on for 1 week. But you're going to talk with the group about what you're going to do, but also how you're going to chart it. Because we need to chart mood and some other things in it to really be able to determine if it has some sort of positive impact. You're also later in the week going to create a TED Talk on the neuroscience of gratitude. And so you'll need a PowerPoint with that TED Talk because that'll help you talk yourself through it. Loom is a great way to create a video of you talking through a PowerPoint. And I've got that note in that assignment, but that's something to have on your radar. And then we're going to continue on with our Catalyst project. Every module, we're going to work a little bit more towards having that done. And so this week, you're going to look out into the world and look at groups that are challenged with stress or upset or have really hard things going on, because from those groups, you're going to pick a group you want to focus on and research to help us understand how a gratitude practice would help that group. So look outside of your immediate world of people at your school. Look at the world. There's a lot going on. We have war, we have famine, we have, people who are dealing with homelessness, but you don't actually have to deliver the positive psychology concept to this group. So it's okay to look wide out into the world to determine who you would like to focus on. Okay, so my question for the week. It's getting close to Mardi Gras here in New Orleans. And I know the way probably the rest of the world thinks of Mardi Gras is it's this wild, inappropriate time, but it might actually surprise you. It's actually a really wonderful time in our city for everybody and anybody who lives here. It's actually, many parts of the city are very family oriented in the way that they do Mardi Gras. And so what's so great about it, it's just family and friends coming out, and there's just music everywhere and bands marching and parades and food and music. Everything about it is just a really fun community building celebration. And so my son's coming home and bringing a bunch of friends to come experience it. We'll have a tent set up somewhere and have food everywhere so people can come and go and eat what they want. But most of all, the music is so great, but the people, just getting to collect and see people that sometimes we only see once a year out at Mardi Gras, makes it such a special time. So my question to you is, what in your community is special for you? All right, happy Mardi Gras.